Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of our 14 Days to a More Positive You. So, one thing that has really helped me to stay positive is from a simple quote that I remember hearing from a podcast. One thing I like to do, as I told you, like reading is really important to me, so I can take information in, especially calming information before I went to go to sleep. And that's why I posted that post this morning about how important your sleep is, because your mind can race. And if you've ever been through struggles in your life, like I did with a really bad divorce, my mind was constantly racing and I would get very anxious and then I wouldn't sleep because then I'd be worried. And I realized that, worrying and being hopeful have the same amount of energy. So why am I focusing on fear and worry so much when I should be focusing on, being happy and positive and that mind shift? So one thing I do is I listen to a ton of podcasts, and I remember this one podcast in particular because it was by Joyce Meyer. Now, if you don't know Joyce Meyer, she can be rough. She can just tell it like it is. And I really admire her for that, because sometimes we kind of do need to be told what to do, as much as I don't like to be told what to do. But it does kind of help us get a reality check as to, we're not all that all the time, and we can get through these things, and we have the power within us, because to me, I'm Christian, I have the Holy Spirit within me, that I can make anything happen. But she said in this one podcast in particularly about waking up in anticipation that something so great is going to happen today. We always wake up worrying, and why don't we wake up anticipating something really good? And I'll be very honest that there were so many times that I can just list them all, where I would wake up anticipating something great, where it would be either, say I had this rough class at school, and if I went into school saying, okay, this one class is going to really be difficult today, they were difficult. But if I went into school thinking, you know what, this is going to be a great day, I know they're going to be great kids, and I know that everyone's going to get their work done, but then exceed expectations, something great would happen. Everybody would be on task. Everybody was exceeding expectations. Everyone was just having a great day, and they were working so hard. And then I started saying, well, what if I start doing that with like everything in my life? Like, what if I start waking up anticipating something great to happen? So I anticipated yesterday, and I was so excited to see what happened yesterday, because it was what I anticipated, and I wanted it to be what I talked about today. So I was so glad that it worked, because otherwise this wouldn't be working. I anticipated yesterday that you all would participate, that you all, this whole team of us, would make connections with one another, that you all would comment on each other's posts and get engaged. And that's what I was anticipating. And I sat back, and every free period I had, or any little time between, I checked in to see like what was going on, and I was trying to like things, and the notifications were coming in so quickly, and it was just the best feeling, because you're being real, you're being authentic, you're being unapologetically yourselves, you're being kind to each other, and you're being honest. Like, there are things that can be struggles, but you would turn them around, and you didn't judge anybody either. Like, when somebody said something was hard, you didn't say, oh, snap out of it. You were nice, because we've all been there. We wouldn't be choosing a positive group if there wasn't a time in our life that we weren't positive. So I'm going to post that quote that I just said in these comments, and this is what I'd like you to do. This is the activity for this morning. I'm going to do 2 activities today. So this is your morning activity. We did our three or more statements yesterday that are like our 3 mini goals that we're going to say to ourselves 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, and more than that if you want. And it's for the next 3 days. And then Thursday we're starting a new thing that I'm going to add on to that. So we're doing that. The next thing I'm going to add, this is so easy. This is really easy. We're going to take that quote from Joyce Meyer that we're going to wake up anticipating that something great is going to happen today, okay? What are you anticipating is going to be great today? What are you anticipating? Like, I'm anticipating right now that my little son is going to get a very good grade back on his humanities project. Like, I'm anticipating it's going to be a really good grade, because he put so much work into it. Visually, it was beautiful, but it had rich in content. It showed his understanding. He made connections, and I'm anticipating he's going to get an A on it, and I have a feeling he will. And if he doesn't, well, it's going to be a learning experience. But I'm anticipating that he's going to get an A, and I think he's anticipating it too. So he's like all excited to find out what he gets. So what is the thing that you're anticipating today? Something great that's going to happen, okay? Something great. And write it in the comments, put it below, and then anytime where you start getting that little anxiety, that tug, I want you to go back to this post and I want you to look at what you anticipated, okay? Look at what you anticipated and then believe it. And then the next part of this assignment for today is that I'd like you to look at what everybody else anticipated, okay? And if you believe in prayer, say a prayer for them. If you believe in sending positive thoughts, say positive thoughts. But when we express gratitude outward, when someone's expecting something great to happen, then it just reinforces it. It's kind of like it's the glue. You know, when I put a project together, you can have a really great background of that's something the kids have made and like a really great object in the foreground, and then maybe we're gluing them together. Well, your positive thoughts and your prayers for each other, that's going to be the glue that make those great wishes and things that we're anticipating come true. You're going to make it happen for somebody else because you're sending it out there. All right, 2 things today. Post what you're anticipating great to happen, and then take some time, you know, to read through anybody else's and say a positive thought for them. You know, make a comment, wish them good luck on it. Spread some, gratefulness outward, and just be cheerful and practice those things. Again, talking about those 3 statements that you made yesterday 3 times a day, and anticipating something great's going to happen today. And I'm going to believe that my little son's going to get a great grade on his humanities. All right, so have a great day, everybody, and you can do this. You can do this because, like, I was so tired last night. I got up, and if you are in my challenge group, if you're in either my T25 group or you're in my Declare to be Fit group, I did my video today, and I showed you how tired I was because I was yawning during the start of my video. So it pepped me up, it made me lively, and there you go. So have a great day, everybody. Bye.